Trevor Brindle, and I work for Modus Create. This presentation is called End Your Development Environment Nightmares with envinfo and Solidarity. So your development environment. Your development environment is everything, the sum of all the tools and processes you use while developing software. Files, variables, binaries, apps, everything down to the shell you use when you're developing your application. A great example is React Native. The stack itself, plus all the build tools, the debug tools, everything you use, editors, terminals, browsers, everything all counts. And it's growing in complexity. And wherever there's complexity, there's bugs. So the problems. Works on my computer, the evergreen command not found, what version do you have, what version do I need, and every issue template ever. Please mention other relevant information such as operating system, Node.js, Yarn, and NPM versions. That's a lot of commands to type in. So how do I find this? If I need to find what Android SDK version I have, I don't remember, and I wrote a library that gets it. So this is the part of the infomercial where we smash cabbages into a blender, and we have to say there's gotta be a better way. There is. Know what you have, and enforce what you use, using envinfo and Solidarity. So envinfo, what exactly is it? Let's back up a second with a story time. Imagine 5 new developers getting started from different backgrounds on a React Native app. We all had different machine setups, and React Native is a little finicky sometimes. This originally started with a shell script, combining OS, Xcode, Node, NPM, Yarn, everything. But I realized that command -v until you table flip isn't an awful lot of fun, and that's a lot of commands to type in. Then I realized, we're probably not the only ones having this problem, so I wrote a PR to React Native to kind of just give them my shell script that I used under React Native info. And it was suggested, this probably shouldn't be our library. Why don't you write it? And so I did. The whole story is on Medium and on my blog, envinfo and OSS story. And I highly recommend you take a look. So this is envinfo. It might be a little anticlimactic, but it's incredibly useful because no one's really conglomerated this information together all at once. There's actually 17 different calls made to various system binaries just to show what's on this screen. And this is about 20% of what envinfo can do. So the easiest way to run envinfo is through npx. Chances are it's probably already on your machine. You can also install it globally or download and run a binary. We bundle the node binary in there with it, just for convenience sake. Also, there's a sister project that is a bash-related script for getenv.info, and then you pipe it directly to your bash. You can also add it directly as a dependency in one of your projects. So if you want to do that, you can import any one of the helpers that envinfo uses under the hood and await them and then log them out. Or you can run envinfo directly using run in a configuration object. Something that looks a little bit like this. So you pick and choose anything that you want, CPU, memory, bash, Go, Chrome, NPM packages, and then print it out. So turns out all of these projects saw a definite need for this type of thing, especially in issue templates, helping maintainers get better information to help people better. So what if you needed more control on a per project basis rather than just running a script? You want to use Solidarity. So Solidarity is cross-platform, it's a light touch, it's time-saving, it's very easy to get started with. You can check files, variables, anything you can dump into a CLI or shell, and can also handle custom plugins. So getting started with Solidarity is easy. You install it, you create a .solidarity file, and then you run it. So this is the configuration. You create a object of requirements, you name it Yarn or NPM or whatever, give it a semver to look for, and a possible error message. The neat thing here is we can actually add it as templates, the installed version and the wanted version, so you can actually give your developers awesome error messages that they can copy and paste in scripts that'll fix it for them. So this is it in action. You can check Node, NPM binary, they both checked out. Your Yarn binary is actually ahead of what you're supposed to be on for this project, and we know that Yarn is not necessarily deterministic if it's not on the same version. So solidarity checks failed. We can copy and paste in that curl script, and then it'll check out. So what if we actually wanted that 1.6 version? We wanted to update. Well, simple as run solidarity snapshot, and then it'll set yarn to that version. Run it again, and everything checks out. Some neat tricks you can do. I call it paint it red mode. It's called unterminated escape code. So if you know anything about terminal, go look up terminal escape codes, and you can use that in your script. You don't terminate it, so on your npm pre-build hook, if it fails, you just paint the background red, but you still let the developer continue to build. So it's a nice way to give them that warning without actually, ruining their flow. So you can put this on pre-commit hooks, pre-build hooks, and it's especially nice on pre-commit for git config. So if you want to make sure everyone's actually committing with the right email, this is a good way to do it. So here it is. You can have something not checking out, but still letting your developer continue building. And that's it. If you like this content and want to see more, you can always look at moduscreate.com, follow us on Twitter, you can follow me on Twitter, and reach out to me directly if you want to see anything new in envinfo or Solidarity. Thanks.